Saving your first $10,000 isn't about luck. It's about building a boring, repeatable system you follow every month. This is part 3 of a Simple Money series. Today, I'm sharing a clear plan you can start this month, a 6-week sprint you can actually finish. I call it the 3-bucket 6-week sprint. You'll cut costs, automate savings and simple investments, and earn a little extra to push you toward 10,000. First bucket, cut costs. Start with a quick audit of your monthly payments. In an hour, you can cancel 2 streaming subscriptions you barely use, switch one insurance plan to a cheaper option, and cook at home more often. Look for waste in groceries, transport, and impulse buys. Small changes add up when you keep them consistent. Second bucket, automate savings and investing. Set up automatic transfers that move money as soon as you get paid. A common, practical split is 60% to a high-yield savings account for emergencies, 30% to a broad, low-cost index fund, and 10% to a flexible living fund you can use for small goals or fun money without breaking the plan. The key is to make saving invisible and reliable, not optional. Third bucket, earn more. Pick a side gig that fits your skills and time. It could be freelance work, tutoring, pet sitting, or a few hours of online gigs. Start with something you can do in 2 to 4 hours a week and scale up if you want. The plan is to turn a few extra dollars into real momentum, not to burn you out. Investing simply too. If you don't already, choose a straightforward approach, a total market index fund plus a small international fund and a bond component for safety. Set up automatic investments so you never have to decide every month. You don't need a fancy portfolio to begin. You need a reliable habit. Habit matters. Do a weekly check-in to review spending and the balances in your accounts. Ask yourself 3 questions. Did I avoid the temptations I wrote down last week? Did any subscription slip through, and am I on track with my automatic transfers? Small tweaks kept weekly accumulate into big changes. Here's how the 6-week sprint can play out in practice. Week 1, do the cost-cutting scan. List every recurring payment and every big category you spend on. Cancel or pause at least 2 unnecessary services and switch one bill to a cheaper plan. Note where you're tempted to buy stuff you don't need and commit to pausing those purchases for a week. Week 2, set up the automation. Open the savings account, the investment account, and the living fund. Arrange your take-home pay to land first in savings, then investments, then living costs. If you have a freelancing project or side job already, connect that income to the extra bucket so money flows in automatically too. Week 3, start the side gig. Pick something realistic, a 2-4-hour weekly task that fits your skills. Track the extra income and add it to your budget as a separate line item until you feel comfortable weaving it into your routine. Week 4, review again. Recheck subscriptions and small monthly charges. If you discovered any new waste, cut it. Align your spending with your 2 main targets, enough cash in savings and enough invested to grow over time. Week 5, rebalance. If your investments drift toward one side, adjust back to your target mix. Review fees and switch to lower-cost options if needed. The goal is to keep costs tiny while your money works for you. Week 6, tally and plan. Look at how much you've saved and how much is invested. If you're not at a comfortable pace toward 10,000, increase your monthly auto transfer a little or add a modest extra from your side work. The exact numbers aren't magic. The consistent system is. What makes this work is consistency, not brilliance. The plan turns saving into a habit, so you stop hoping for a windfall and start building a real, repeatable process. The steps are simple, but they compound. Cut the waste, automate the cash, and grow through small extra work. You don't need perfect timing or perfect markets. You need a boring routine you can repeat for months. If you keep at it, the first 10,000 becomes less about a number and more about the discipline that got you there. If you found this useful, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments which part you'll start with this week. Are you going to audit your subscriptions, set up automatic transfers, or try a small side gig? Share your plan or your progress, and I'll see you in the next video.